The most dominant team in MLB history was the 1906 Cubs with a 763 winning percentage. So the fact that my team, the Diablos, had a 790 winning percentage to finish this season should tell you everything you need to know about just how dominant this roster was. We actually had the best winning percentage of any professional baseball team in the world this year. However, this is not how you win championships. So we've got to navigate 4 more best of 7 series to win the whole thing. And in order for me to participate in the championship hunt, I've got to figure out why my legs are paralyzed and how to fix it. But for now, it's important not to ignore how historic this season has been, so we're going to celebrate. And that celebration is brought to you by today's sponsor, Rocket Money.
Shave that foot?
No.
Can't. Just doesn't go there?
From socks, I think. I have no idea. It's really weird.
That is weird.
Like in the off season, it'll start coming back, but like in season, I guess it's from like when I...
Just in that area, though.
Yeah, it's odd, right?
That's the only part on your leg that's missing.
Yeah, I have hair here.
Is that the part that's also numb?
No.
Hey, maybe we need to start growing
The whole bottom thing is numb.
What are you gonna do?
Probably fly tomorrow to Arizona to get see a neurologist and see if they can figure out what the hell's going on.
So ever since you got the thing up your butt, you can't feel your legs.
Basically, yeah. And I have like full body like
Clean
twitches like going on all over.
They stuck something up your ass?
I had a colonoscopy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I took like a biopsy of the tissue in there, so I got diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, which is an autoimmune disease.
I had that.
They prescribed me medication to like clean that up. So I had the procedure Tuesday. I got the medication Friday night, so I started taking it Saturday, Wednesday, and I couldn't feel my legs. So then I stopped taking it. But it takes like 3 days to get out of your system, which would be basically today at noon. It's just the same thing as yesterday. As soon as I try to run, like my left foot just shuts down. Again, boys, swing it. Celebrating. Clinching playoffs. Gotta enjoy it, bro.
The regular season for 2024, you guys have been exceptional. We're 50 games over 5.
Celebrations like these are one of my favorite parts of baseball season, and if you watch my content long enough, you've seen what an MLB celebration looks like. This is very similar, except here we just had beer, no champagne. From what I understand, teams in Mexico don't really celebrate making playoffs, but we got a lot of guys on the team that have never celebrated before, and maybe never even been in playoffs before, so it was great to dump some beer on them and share the experience with them. How you feeling? Pretty good! I love the chair. Yeah. The chair is great. I've never done chair before. That's awesome.
Feels good?
Come on.
Un arranque espectacular y será los playoffs, ¿ah?
For as fun as the celebration was, it was also a bit sad for me because my legs were still partially paralyzed. I basically had no strength below my knees, and I wasn't sure if I was ever going to play baseball again. After researching my symptoms online, and yes, I know you should never do that, here's a list of things that I could have. MS, ALS, Guillain-Barré syndrome, Parkinson's. I mean, these aren't just season-ending things, these are career-ending things, or potentially life-ending things. And that was obviously pretty scary. So the next day, I flew back to the States to get some answers. Now that I've caught my breath after my catch game, you may be wondering why I'm so out of breath. I've been out of Mexico City for 14 days. I flew back to Arizona on a Sunday to get evaluated. I found out that week on a Thursday that I had Guillain-Barré syndrome. Guillain-Barré syndrome is complicated. It's an autoimmune disease. Basically, your body starts attacking your nerve endings and you lose the ability to control your muscles. Everything below my knees on both sides was basically in like partial paralysis, which means I couldn't really run. I wasn't able to do any conditioning for like 2 weeks. To treat that, I had to get blood transfusions for like 4 straight days. After those concluded, I was basically back to normal. I got lucky that we caught it early. Guillain-Barré syndrome can be really bad. Actually, that's what Freddie Freeman's kid just had, but he had it way worse than I did. Extreme cases can lead to permanent paralysis. And when I asked the doctor how long it would take to regain usage of my feet, she said sometimes it takes months or even years. Now, this has been hard to diagnose up until this point because apparently I'm only the 8th person ever to have ulcerative colitis and Guillain-Barré syndrome at the same time. After undergoing an EMG, which is basically getting stuck with a needle and electrically shocked for an hour or 2, we finally had a diagnosis and I could start treatment right away with 4 days of IVIG. That's intravenous immunoglobulin. Basically, they take antibodies from other people's blood and they inject them into my blood. Fortunately, it worked great. And the only downside was a couple days of bad headaches. So after being away from the team for 2 weeks, I finally made it back to Mexico City. While I was away, the team played their first round of playoff games against Puebla, the defending champs and a team that we've cleared benches with plenty often this year. We won the first 3, dropped the 4th one, and won the 5th to win the series. So now that I was feeling better and the team advanced to the second round, I had a game to get ready for. I'm gonna have to fight through some stuff, and hopefully 5 days or 7 days of being back in altitude will have me ready for the playoff game. So today is Sunday. I'm pitching game 3 of the second series on Saturday, 6 days from now. I'm gonna go 4 innings today in live BP, try to throw about 60 pitches. That way for my next start, I'll be ready to go 5 or 6 and throw 85, no problem. I'm trying to treat today as much like a start day as possible so I can get my body kind of used to the altitude and used to the workload again after a couple weeks off. And I could tell right away that I was not fit for altitude right now. It was kicking my ass.
What type of music do you like to hear when you're doing your training?
Heavy metal. Heaviest stuff you can think of. So far, so good. Normal warm-up, normal bullpen. My command was there. I could block. And now it was finally time to face some of my teammates. As you may know, we've had a little bit of banter going back and forth this year about how many runs I would give up if I faced our offense. So I decided to put a little message in the group chat inviting everyone of the offense to come out and face me and get some answers. And I would assume that anyone that didn't show up was scared. Most of the guys were still recovering from celebrating last night, but a couple of brave souls showed up. Let's see how it went for them. First up, Jose Pereira. 0-1. Right down the middle. Okay. Ooh, that's an out. 2 pitches, 1 out. Very good. Next up is Yafet Amador. Strike. Go pause here. Heads up. Now, the right pitch here is fastball up and in, but I want to take a chance hitting someone, so we're going to go slider. Oh, nowhere close. Go back to that. First strike. Okay, good placement, good break on that. I like it. Oh! That had to hurt. Oh, we don't get to finish this at bat. Okay, we're going 5 pitches. Mr. Ramon Flores. Let's go first pitch, change up. Strike. Now we'll go cut it to the hands. Right on it. Any reason to go away from that? Yeah, sword! Ah! Next up, Jesus Fabello. Strike. Oh, a little short. Heater away, and then I want to finish with a split back foot. Oh boy. Okay, we got curveball free set up now. 2-1, heater away. Yep, curveball strike. Oh, hitting 1 down. 2 Ks. The goal for today was to simulate 4 innings, including rest time in between innings, so I was throwing about 15 pitches per inning for a total of 60 to 65. Let's throw strike 1 here. Check my hat. A glove and hand check in live BP is pretty incredible, but as I said earlier in the year, no tango nada. I don't use anything. 0-1. Oh. Right on it. I think you go back to that. There we go. 4 pitch K to lead off the inning. Kind of expected him to get some hits so I could work out of the stretch, but if we don't get a hit here, I'm gonna have to switch and go stretch anyway. Strike. Where are you going? Little jelly leg. Okay. And that's the first well-struck ball of the afternoon. We'll call it a hit. The last time we went split cutter to this guy, so change that up a bit. Strike. We'll play around with that tunnel. Now Yafet's on first, so I know he ain't running. Good take. 2-1. Double play. Oh, ball comes from here this time. Got you on a curve ball. Yeah, we'll do that. Ball 1, get in the zone. Yeah, Fett got a hit, and then went out of the stretch and got a double play, so now I'm back in the windup. What's a fella to do? My coaches were asking me if I was going to throw any pitches from the stretch today or not, and it's a good point. With playoffs coming up, little things are going to matter a lot, like controlling the running game, holding guys close at first base, mixing up my timings to the plate so they can't get a good jump, being able to command my pitches out of the windup, and the stretch. It was a good reminder. Ooh, good take. A little jittery there at the feet on the timing disruption, though. Strike. Oh, right on it. That's kind of nasty. Good take. Let me get one more. Oh, I thought you were going to take that. And that was it for inning number 2. Only 1 hit allowed so far, and after a 7-minute break, it was time for inning number 3, which I decided to start out of the stretch to get a little bit of practice. Ball or strike? 0-1. Strike. No tunnel for it, so I could take it. That was a perfect pitch, though. Happy with that execution. Now that I've executed that one, we can play off of the split. Missed. Ooh, jam shot. Should be an out. Well executed all around there, I think. Right on it. What are we looking for there? That's the homer pitch. Oh, good take. We got heater up and in, but we'll go heater up away. Come on. Very happy with that at bat, except for that pitch. We're gonna set this up for a split strikeout. So, an outside tunnel. Ball up, 1-1. Okay. Yep, that's what happens when you leave it up. So that's the second hit for the day. Elevated split off the handle for a bloop hit. Not only did I not execute the pitch that I was trying to execute, I didn't set up the tunnel that I was trying to set up either, so no surprise that he hit that one. Go one more. Ball. Don't hit the pitch though. I like that ball. Had good seams. Ball or strike? Strike? 1-2. Oh boy, nowhere close. Be better than that, Trevor. Right on it. Okay, Yafet. You've hit heater up and away. Oh, I got it. We'll just call that 0-1. Strike. Better to miss there than in the zone, especially 0-2. Right on it. I want back foot slider K. Ooh, good take. Ball or strike? Strike. Good take, good take. Let's see if we can get it. Oh! All my teammates were challenging me to throw a fastball for the last pitch, so here goes nothing. Yeah. Give me. No. Get back in there. It's got to be down and in, right in the nitro zone. Oh! Thank you. Good job. Yeah.
Made me happy, Papa. Beautiful.
Thank you for
Appreciate it, baby.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I got you. A little better than my last start, huh?
Yeah, like fuck.
Looks a little different. And the rain held off just long enough. Every f***ing time I go to pitch, it rains. What was that, 4 innings 0?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But
5K.
you still got.
I need to cut the Ramon Flores at bat so I can put it in the group, the sword, put it in the group chat and be like, I'm back, boys. Let's talk about training economy for a second, because I believe it's holding a lot of players back from being able to accomplish their career goals. I'm going to use today's sponsor Rocket Money as an example. But first, what is training economy? Think of it like going to work. You have a limited number of hours that you can work every day, and in exchange for working those hours, you get a little bit of money. For athletes, going to work is training. You have a limited number of hours that you can train every day, and in exchange for those training hours, you get skills instead of money. And if you want to make more money or gain more skills, then you have to use your hours more efficiently, so you get paid more per hour that you work. Now, this is where Rocket Money comes in. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you lower bills, cancel subscriptions, and manage your money better. Basically, it helps you be more efficient financially. And one of the things it's great for is it helps you cancel subscriptions easily without having to deal with annoying cancellation processes or customer service calls. For athletes, think of these subscriptions as drills. Over time, you learn a new drill to help solve a problem that you're having, and it's very effective at first, but over time, you no longer have that problem, and that drill becomes less and less effective. But so many times, that drill remains a part of your routine, and so over time you end up spending the same amount of time but getting less and less return for that time. It's like that streaming service that you purchased last year to watch a really hot show, but you no longer use it, so you're not getting any value for it. So it's very important to know when to cancel that drill subscription. For subscription apps, Rocket Money exists to help with this. For example, last year when I was in Japan, I signed up for DAZN so I could watch NPB games, and I didn't realize I was still being charged for it, but Rocket Money did, and with just a couple of taps, it helped me cancel that subscription. But no service like this exists for athletes, so it's important to constantly audit your routine to make sure you're getting the most out of every training hour that you're spending. This will help you improve faster and save you a ton of time, just like Rocket Money has saved customers who use every feature on the app up to $740 a year. So just like you want to take control of your career, take control of your finances and go to rocketmoney.com/sword to get started for free today. Hey, why'd we switch hats? Today is Monday. I pitch on Saturday, so it's kind of a free day for me. The antibiotics that I took didn't cure much. They made my stomach worse, but what I'm hoping they did do is cure my yips. I'm gonna test myself in PFPs today to see if I can actually feel my position and make a play. Also, there's one issue. When you're gone from the team for like 2 weeks, your throwing partner moves on. So I don't know who I'm throwing with today. I haven't really had a throwing partner all season, ever since Ponce ditched me. Honestly, now that I think about it, all my health problems started when Ponce ditched me as a throwing partner. So really, you could blame Ponce for my health issues. Ponce, you know what it is? It's not nervousness, it's guilt.
Guilt about what?
When I'm here,
Don't you
all my
dare bring this up.
all my health problems started when you ditched me as a throwing partner. And now you feel guilty about it. So every time I'm here, you're like, oh, fuck.
I feel bad out there. If we were throwing partners right now, I would have no throwing partner for the last 2 weeks. Who would we throwing? At the wall? I would look like a wall out here. Guess who's been there every single day for me? Whether he throws hard or not. Reliable guy.
I think it's guilt. Okay, we got a special part of warm-up today. This is a Clean Fuego plyo ball, brand new product that I got. I have no idea how it's gonna react as a plyo ball because if I don't Clean Fuego it into the wall, it might hit kind of cockeyed and then bounce off. But yeah, we're gonna test it out for the first time. Shout out to Clean Fuego for sending me these balls to test. They're not paying me to say this. Oh boy, it's getting away. Ponce, you ever seen a Clean Fuego plyo ball?
I like how much fatter it is than the other.
You look like your dad. Yeah, kind of like waffles.
A little further away from the wall though.
Yeah, well, off the wall it kind of wobbles, so I don't know if I can see like the spin to the wall. Kind of looks like I'm spinning it right though. You get like a little glimpse of it. This one's 8 ounce, but they also sent me a 5 1/4 ounce. That's what a baseball is. Yeah. They also have like a leather, they got a leather Clean Fuego now.
This is good. Like catch.
That's like better than the plastic one for sure. Where's Leal? He's a Clean Fuego user. I need to get his opinion. We're gonna surprise Leal with this ball. I'm not gonna tell him I'm throwing it to him. Good?
Wait, better than that one.
Hey! Cutter! Hey, I got Clean Fuego today. Pretty good though. I like the feel of the leather on it. Seams are nice. I definitely have a little bit of gyro angle though, because I'm getting that cut. Yeah, it's definitely wider. Leather, and this is plastic, this is leather. Let's see if I can get like a true efficient fastball. Nope. That was slightly better, but well, that was decent. I do like the feeling of going from like leather to leather. It just, like, it feels natural. For those of you who don't know what a clean fuego is supposed to do, it's for people that cut their fastball and have bad spin efficiency. So when you throw it, if you see it like wobbling in the air, you know that you didn't do it right. But if you throw it and you see it like true backspin and you can see just the thin strip of the ball, then you know that you actually executed the fastball with 100% efficiency.
Is this the leather guy right here?
Yeah. What? Yeah, go for it.
What's seam orientation?
There's only one. If you like rotate it around, it stays the exact same. It's kind of, that's like one weird part about it, but. Are they? That's good, because I like the middle finger side higher. Let's try my new drill here. I kind of like that drill. I don't know why. Thanks, sir. Yeah.
That one's good, man.
Yeah.
With the seams,
yeah.
like a baseball.
Yeah, it feels more normal.
Yeah.
And it's a little wider too. Like you
baseball.
can spread your fingers a little bit more. On this one, I feel like you have to be like touching.
The blue one is the same too?
I only have this one, but yeah, I'm sure they make a heavier one with. Time to kill the PFPs. Hey, is Ronnie hurt or did they just take him off the roster?
You got him off the roster. Way to go, man.
I f***ed up. Look at that. The antibiotics just flushed the yips right out.
What's the antibiotics for then?
Well, the antibiotics was for the cholera originally, then it started coming back, then I got antibiotics for the cholera, and then that made it worse. So I got medicine for the ulcerative colitis, and then I got Guillain-Barré, probably because of the ulcerative colitis. I'm the 8th person ever recorded to have Guillain-Barré and ulcerative colitis at the same time. All of my doctors that I was talking to were like, I've never heard of this, I've never heard of these symptoms. Turns out I'm the 8th person ever, so that's why.
I know I caught it early.
I caught it early, but that's what Freddie Freeman's kid just had. And he ended up in the hospital on like breathing tubes and stuff because he got like the bad version where you literally can't control like any of your, like sometimes it like results in permanent paralysis.
Well, that's what happened to Rafa Martin.
Yeah.
Rafa Martin had to retire because he had to learn how to walk.
Yeah.
This is real serious stuff here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
So
when
you
they
had the
told me what
organ
it was, I
trail
was
of
like,
paralyzing
holy
disease.
If I didn't choose to pitch against Querétaro, I still would have won the Triple Crown.
Yeah, you should have done that.
How's the cutter, Ponce? You told me you got 6
6 of my first 10 strikeouts were the
cutters.
all cutters. Cutters with the thing. You know? It is
It's
the
what
idea.
you've been
It's
looking
the-
at.
It's the pitch I've been looking for.
Again, Trev wasn't here, so it doesn't count.
Trevor wasn't here, so it's the only thing that counts, depending on how you look at it.
The whole time, just dropping them straight down.
6 punches on cutters.
Or I even got a fastball strikeout.
Wow.
That's a new record for me.
I'm happy to hear it. It's been a long road.
It's been a long road, but we found it out on the last game of the season.
We got there.
I feel like I like the way that felt. I feel like it's just better if I can get my fingers closer to the front of the ball. I think I need to work my way here, because anytime I'm here, then I just get behind it, then I push. I can picture it, like, I need to like, drive this, stay here longer. I don't know if I can. You stay there longer with your cutter, you're further up in front of the ball. But I feel like I moved up there, and I feel like I was able to pull it down.
We got it for when it matters most, you know?
Yeah.
How do we end up all the way at the back? I see what's going on. We're all just setting me up to fail on my last
You're
one.
going last.
I executed that perfectly. Grabbed it, relaxed, threw it right on target. It's easy to be suave in PFPs though. It's when someone lays down an unexpected bunt in the game and you're like, oh God. Here's one thing I can work on today. We're gonna work on different holds so we can control the running game. We'll go with the 2-second here. Let's go 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Now we got the 1 second hold. Okay, Okay, so I don't pick a lot to first base. One way to hold the runners is just by mixing up your timings so they can't get a good jump. If you always go like 3-second timing where you come set, 1 second, look at the plate, 1 second, go, and the runner can time you. So even though I go out of a slide step, they can still potentially steal. Which in the regular season, like I don't really care that much, but in the postseason, every run is important. Mixing up the timing, getting comfortable throwing and executing pitches with 5 seconds hold, 1 second hold, 2, 3, just always bouncing back and forth is important. The first time you do it though, you're gonna be thinking about the timings and you're not gonna be thinking about the glove or the execution of the pitch. So it's important to practice it in the bullpen first. So that's a good way to practice controlling those pesky runners. Of course, the best way to control the running game is to not let anyone get on base in the first place. And in order to do that, you're gonna need a lot of different skills. Elite velocity, command, and breaking ball shapes. Knowledge of tunneling and pitch speed, the ability to read a hitter's body language. You'll need to be healthy day in and day out so you can practice these things, which means you're gonna need a good strength and conditioning program and recovery protocols. There's a lot that goes into it. And for me, I have 30 years of experience to rely on, plus an elite group of trainers and specialists to help me out. But youth players don't have access to the same information. I mean, think about a high school freshman who's struggling to throw enough strikes to make the team, or an upperclassman who's struggling to throw hard enough to get a college scholarship. Maybe their progress has plateaued and they don't know how to keep improving, or maybe it's a nagging arm injury that they just can't get over that's holding them back. Not having access to the right coaches or information can be a helpless feeling for those players and causes a lot of careers to end prematurely. And that's exactly why we've created the 4-App Baseball Academy, a remote monthly training course designed to help these exact type of players. Every member of the Academy receives a comprehensive personalized training program, including throwing programming, mobility, strength and conditioning, and nutrition. In addition, members will have direct access to me and elite performance coach Tim Naiman to learn from our 40+ years of experience training and helping develop elite athletes. We're committed to making this the best remote training opportunity available, so we're only accepting 5 players at this current time. Click the link in the description to sign up right now before these spots are taken, because they will not be available for long. All right, what are our bunt plays here?
1, 2, 3.
So 1 is get the out.
Regular.
Right?
Pretty much regular.
Number 2 is the wheel. You wait for him to break.
Yeah, but you do inside move first.
That's right. Inside move first, and the next one you wait for him to break, and then.
But they just changed it on number 2. They said once you get there, you look once, and then you wait for the glove drop from the catcher, and then you inside move.
Inside
play
move
2.
on the glove drop.
On play 2. And then you spin on your own. On play 3 is just a timing spin.
This is a typical part of postseason prep. We go over these plays in spring training, but then we don't really go over them again during the year. Before playoff series, it's important to brush up on the playbook, because messing up a bunt coverage or a bunt play in the playoffs can cost you a series, and that is not what we want.
Are you excited for C-level start?
If I get to start, me pitching means rain. Playing in Yucatan means rain.
Sick of you saying that. You're gonna pitch. Sick of you saying that.
I might not pitch, dude. You gotta be prepared for everything. Ugh, I lost my balance. One more. Hold on, I'm trying something. Uno mas, inside. Yeah. All right. Firewood! How did that happen? He was just holding. I threw it like 20 miles an hour.
Boy, foul ball.
And with my prep done, it was finally time for my first playoff game with the team, Game 1 against Yucatan. Well, it's my first day of playoffs. I'm completely out of sync with everybody. Apparently it's gonna rain. Even though I was 10 minutes early to stretch, everybody started playing catch before I got out here. So now I have no throwing partner. There's just no coming back from this. I'm done. Now, when you think about playoffs, it's important that you change everything that you did in the regular season, because these games are way more important than the regular season, so you got to change your entire routine, which is why the team's playing catch before stretching. When the games are more important, you have to rise to the occasion, and the best way to do that is completely change everything you've ever done. And if you didn't catch the sarcasm in my voice, that's not at all what you want to do. So a lot of people think is that you rise to the occasion and you perform better and have these crazy performances. In reality, it's just another baseball game. The people who do get affected by nerves generally tend to perform worse, so the overall level of performance is actually worse, and the people who are just able to do the same thing look like the superstars in the playoffs. That's usually how it goes. So if you're in the playoffs or in a big game, don't change anything. Just do the same thing that got you there. Against my own advice, I'm going to completely change my routine. I'm going to go play catch inside, because it's going to rain. Between my presence as the most rained out pitcher and Yucatan's presence as the most rained out team, we may not play this series. Do one underhand. Do one this way over the top. And all in one motion. That's not good.
There it is. AC?
Ah!
Why are you doing that?
I play.
Is it true that you flattened your fastball when you faced Brickman? So he could, because he was training to like get to.
The Astros hit by the percentages, and they train on your spin profiles and stuff. So whenever I face them, I just look at what are the tendencies. If I was facing me, like what would I sit on and what counts, and then I just don't throw that pitch in that count.
You're counting on them to do their homework, and it's actually bad for them.
Yeah. When I faced him last, I threw Brantley 3 sweepers inside, and he's looking at me like, what the f***?
You don't do this.
And then the next time I threw him all changeups in at bat, and I threw my changeup like 2% of the time. And then Bregman's the same way, like they're just sitting on cutter slider away, 4-seam away, so it's just like throw some shitty 2-seam that doesn't really move.
Yeah.
Something different. How hard do you throw your changeup?
It's hard.
88, right?
86, 87.
Throw the cutter, it's just opposite movements. Yak has he has big sink and this way. So if anything starts in the middle of the plate, don't swing because it's gonna be a ball. So now if anything starts in on a righty, they're like, okay, that's either gonna be behind me or it's gonna slide her in the zone.
Oh,
That's-
we got that. Oh, we got that. That's a home run. You fucking back that. You got it.
Ah! Do you like early targets from your catcher?
I'm not. Well, what's the name was talking about that? Hoffett just said that to me. That he's moving early. I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't need. He could stand right down the middle. And if I want to throw it away, I'm gonna throw it away. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay. I like early targets, so I have something to throw at. But if you don't care, it makes sense to not have him move early then. They're like yelling and whistling. Coaches think that you're setting up a little bit early. I don't know if you want to change anything, but just passing the message.
I mean, you think their guys or you're saying our guys?
Our coaches came over and like, hey, their dugout is whistling and yelling like when you set up.
I mean, I've given 2 fake high targets, and I have no pattern to how I catch on which knee. So I mean, I haven't heard anything.
If those balls go right to someone, they're probably not saying anything.
Yeah,
so.
well, they came in after the inning and they're like, hey, you're going right knee down every slider. I was like, no, we had runners on first and second, and we called 6 sliders in a row.
Our guys' stuff is good enough that it shouldn't matter. So I just wanted to pass it on.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
No.
You're going to end up back on the roster, too. It always happens. It always happens. I'm telling you, someone's going to get a blister, someone's going to get hit with a comeback, something's going to happen.
Like 2 years ago.
It always happens.
I'll be ready, but I'm taking this as trying to get better.
Yeah.
No. What?
That's the one you should have hit, Art. We're lucky you didn't swing at it.
Spit.
No.
No, why not?
No.
What did you want?
What the f***?
Like that?
No. If he's going to throw an house big stuff, he needs to get a slider back foot. Throw 10 more fastballs at the top.
But he wants to the top of it.
Throw a splitter. What the f***, Octavio?
Fastball, 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 fastball.
That is why I went to the meeting yesterday. Because I knew we were going to do some stupid shit like that. Game 1 against Yucatan in the books. We won 6-2. Brooks went 5 innings and only allowed 1 run. And next up is Leal, who's been the best pitcher in the league for 2 months. So we're feeling pretty good about where we're at right now. Don't let Ponce bullshit you. He's got a good cutter. He got 6 strikeouts with it in his last start. I call mine a cutter. It's a gyro slider. Ruff, are you getting warmed up? Thank you.
What do you think when you throw is like sweeper?
For me, I have to think like I'm throwing a curveball that's going to land straight on the top of the plate. Because if I think about trying to make it move this way, I like pull off early, and then it's just like 4 feet wide. So I have to really think that I'm like coming through it like straight to the plate, so my hand stays on the side, and then it just rolls off.
What finger is like the power?
For me, it's the pointer. So it's like it comes off like this, and then the pointer finger is the last thing that like flicks through it. Okay. Gracias.
See?
Come on, Peter! What a buzzkill. Now we lose our starter. How are they going to pull the tarp right now? Yeah, to start game 2, we put up 4 in the first and 3 in the second, and then the rain came, and that ruined our mojo. Well, when Leal's bitched at him like 5 pitches that are balls, of course he's pissed off.
Why are you talking to the pitcher? We're like, what is that?
Because the pitcher was yelling at him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Leal's like, what? And like slammed the ground and stuff.
It's raining hard now.
Hey, you're right, but you can't change it. You're right.
I know. But the second base umpire say, hey, I know he missed the strike. He missed the strike. Take it easy. Okay, the next one, right in the middle.
You're too good for these guys.
I know, but
So just keep, if he misses one, fuck it. You're here to win the game, you're here to beat them. If you have to beat the umpires too, you're good enough to do that. What can you control?
pitching.
Execute quality pitch. Okay? They're gonna swing, they're gonna get out. You're too good for them. The only way they're gonna beat you is if you beat yourself.
Okay.
So stay locked in on what you can do, all right?
Okay.
The umpires missed some calls, and emotions are admittedly high in the playoffs, but it's important to keep a cool head and focus on the things that you can control. Unfortunately, the rain never let up, which means the game got delayed till tomorrow, and we only got 2 innings out of our starter. So the bullpen's gonna have to cover a lot of innings in order for us to secure this win. It also means my start got pushed back another day, and I'm pretty sure that the weather in Mexico just hates me at this point. I just wanted to share some stats. Our starting pitchers in this postseason series, Bravo, Brooks, Leal, and myself, combined on the year we have 2 losses between us, okay? Our bullpen's fucking nasty, and the only reason that I bring this up is to say that there's no team in this league that's gonna beat us unless we beat ourselves. So I wanna make sure that we focus in collectively on the things that we can control, the basics. Throw strike 1, throw quality pitches, attack hitters. Last night, I get the passion and the umpires were fucking you, no problem, nope, definitely, you're right. But they're gonna have to beat all of us one time or one of us twice in a series to beat this team in a series, okay? There's not a single person on this staff that another team can beat consistently unless we fuck ourselves. We get out of it mentally, we start trying to do too much on the mound, and good fucking job last night. You've been shoving, so no problem. I told you I wasn't gonna pitch Sunday in Yucatan. Pont's like, you're definitely pitching Sunday. I think I've just been wearing 1 pair of cleats, which means the other one would be in good shape right now. So these are probably gonna become practice cleats. I can definitely feel a little hole in the sole, like right around the ball of the foot on my right foot, which makes sense because that's what I pivot off of. Not good for potential blisters. Who wants to play the catch? Conditioning. Rafa's the best. Bueno, Rafa. Oh, he's getting aerodynamic now. Buen trabajo. Dude, he's got it. After getting our work in, it was time to resume the game. We started again in the 3rd inning, up 7-0. Come on, Robbie.
Oh my God, buddy.
Get in the box, let's go! Hurry it up! Swing! What? No! That's 2 strikes! He just missed 3 strikes that bat. Jimmy threw 5 strikes and 1 ball and walked a guy. They should give umpires a playoff bonus, and the umpires chosen for the playoffs have the highest strike percentage. So they have an incentive all year round to try to improve. No, no, no! I was gonna say, good luck seeing that. Earned run. Homer. As soon as I saw it go up, I'm like, he's gonna lose it. You can't see the ball. Fastball down the way, this game's over. Are we setting up there?
No, I don't think so.
How do you miss that many times in the exact same spot? Fastball down the way.
out.
There goes the rain.
Despite starting the day up 7-0, Yucatan actually did a good job of making this a game. They cut the score to 7-5 in the 8th inning, Until this happened. Jake came in to close the game down, and we won 8-6 to move to 2-0 in this series. After a travel day to Yucatan, it was finally my time to pitch, but I was facing one of the best pitchers in the league and Yucatan's best pitcher, Cesar Valdez, in a pivotal Game 3. Fortunately for me, this game was at sea level, so the lack of altitude conditioning wasn't going to play a part in this. And it was hot and humid, so the ball was moving a lot. All good things for me. Now, this was a fun game, but I want to focus on one specific matchup. Yadir Drake. You may remember him from these videos where he was seen begging me to throw him a fastball, and before game 2 we actually were joking around with each other about it. Needless to say, he was looking forward to facing me and I was looking forward to facing him. Here's how our first at bat went. Now Drake is not seeing a fastball. You're too slow for that, Poppy. Okay, so we got Freeze fastball open. Got it up a little bit. So he struck first with a double on a pretty crappy cutter, but it was all part of the plan. So let's check out the next time I faced him. Nice catch, Pat. Dot. We'll give you a 2-seam here. Dot. Oh, a little down. So I've now thrown him 3 strikes in this at bat, but the count is 2-1. Not ideal. There's his middle fastball that he wanted so bad. Just go slider for a strike here. Wait for it. Wait for it. Sword! Right on it, Drake. And if you want to make hitters look foolish like this more often, TrevorBauer.com is the place to go. Doors, sword, firewood, window shopper, wind farmer, I mean, you may as well get them all. Maybe you even want to check out the Momentum Shop and get your locked in or your just looking tee. Make more hitters look foolish like Drake. Scan the QR code, click the link in the description, or go to TrevorBauer.com to get your merch today. Those were our 2 at-bats in this game. Who do you think won? Leave me a comment down below. Anyway, the combination of a finger blister and pitch count ended my night.
74.
I think we're good because I got a little blister under my middle finger too. 5 scoreless innings, 2 hits, and 8 Ks. This game was actually 0-0 into the 8th inning, but then we put up 5 runs and Jake came in and closed it out, so we took a 3-0 lead in the series. This was a really fun game for me, so to see a complete breakdown of it, be sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my next video where I break it all down pitch by pitch.